Hi guys, Mark here. Well, we're here at Pool Moto here in the south of England, and today we're going to be reviewing the Caofen F80 electric motorcycle. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, hi guys, Mark here, and welcome today to a review on the Caofen F80 electric motorcycle. So as always, we just run through all the specifications, go for a little bit of off-roading down some tracks and trails, take it out on the open road, through town, and then finish with a little final thoughts. So price on these coming in at £5,295 plus the £55 registration fee, and that does actually include the £500 government grant, and it's £4,995 for the off-road version, obviously this being the on-road road legal version. It's got a 72 volt motor producing 8 kilowatts, which is around about 11 horsepower, but it feels a lot stronger than that. The torque is incredible on electric motors. It literally, the power is there instantaneously when you twist the throttle. It's got a claimed 260 newton meters of torque. Seat height is quite tall at 840mm, but don't worry too much about that because the seat is extremely narrow, kind of like a motocross style seat. The suspension sinks down quite a bit when you get on it, and I'm 5'7" tall, 170 centimeters, and I can get my feet down quite easily. So just take a look at me on the bike as a reference. I'm about 75 kilos, then you can compare that for yourself. Weighing in at a very light 85 kilos, it literally feels a lot lighter than that when you ride it. It's got a magnesium alloy frame. It's all one piece with no welds. So with these, you only charge them from a 3-pin UK plug. The charger is very substantial. No reports of any problems with them. It charges from completely flat in 3 hours. Tyres on these are by Kenda, sort of a dual purpose tyre. I found these to be very, very good on road, and sometimes with knobbly tyres they do feel a bit vague, but I haven't found that with these. We've got a 19-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear wheel. We've got a 70 section up front there and a 100 section at the rear there. So this road legal bike, you know, it's off-road capable, very much so, and it's absolutely perfect for sort of like, you know, silent green laning. So the battery on this, it's got a magnesium alloy casing, and inside there you've got automotive grade lithium cells. It's got an auxiliary heating system, so on a cold day, like it's quite cold this morning actually, it actually keeps the batteries warm. And it's also got an oil cooling system as well, which gives it, you know, greater battery stability for, you know, greater range. It's a 72 volt battery, 48 amp hours, and it's rated to be used minus 40C up to plus 60C. 8,000 watts maximum power. Now, Caofen are quoting on their website 90-mile range. It probably would do that, riding it sort of not that fast. I've actually charged this to the max and I've run it out to literally 1%, and I managed a still impressive 60 miles, and that was mainly using it on road, around about sort of 45-50 miles an hour. So it was literally 60 miles and I was down to just a few percent. So still quite a decent range for a small inverted commas electric motorcycle. Caofen are quoting around about 55 miles an hour top speed on this. Got fully adjustable front forks there, rebound and compression and air, and the same on the rear here, rebound, compression and air. Single discs at the front and rear, giving adequate stopping power. So I'll show you all the controls in a minute and how you power this up, but it's got regen braking, which puts power back into the battery, all that sort of stuff. LED lights all round. So there you go, guys, let's do the test ride. Caofen F80 electric motorcycle review. Let's try this out. So what we do, just going to show you this is what you get with it. It's a simple little key fob. So the battery turns on that switch there. Basically just turn it off at night. You know, you can leave it on sort of during the day, but turn the battery on there and just quite simply just press this once and that powers up the battery. It does have a steering lock as well, so if the bars were that way the steering lock would be on, and it takes the steering lock off as well. Really nice LED lights, like a daytime running light, and that's your sort of low beam and your high beam. So it may have a 840mm seat height, but once you sit on the bike it does squish down quite a bit, and my feet are absolutely flat to the floor and I'm only 5'7", 170 centimeters. So the way this all works, the bike is on, but if you twist the throttle it doesn't go. So you've got N and D here, that means like neutral and drive. So you hit the N and the D button and D comes up. So now we're ready to go now. So if I twist, it goes. And you've got 3 power modes, 1, 2 and 3. 1 is the lowest and 3 is the fastest, and that is operated on ES here. So you've got 1, 2 and 3. So basically just keep it in 3. That's your maximum sort of power really. Got your battery there. I'm currently on 64%. And here, this is your regen. So if you push, at the moment, if I put the brakes on, it does the regen. If I hit this button here, that flashing means the moment you shut the throttle, the regen comes on and slows you down quite a bit, or you can turn it off. So we'll leave it like that. And this kind of wings button here, as it is now, if you touch the brakes it cuts the power, so some people don't like that. So if you hit the wings button, hold that down, it sort of puts a little icon on there. So basically that means you can kind of brake and have power at the same time, which is what some people like. I'm going to turn that off. So nice little simple display there, speedo, trip meter and odometer. Really simple to use this bike, you know, front and rear brake, flasher and low beam, indicators and horn, and over here you've got your controls for the power. So really it's good to go. So all we do is just twist the throttle and away we go. So let's try this out. So the first thing you notice is this mountain of torque from low end. Literally, you know, there's no traction control, so you can kind of spin the back wheel up. You've got to be a little bit careful, but it's very, very smooth as you'd expect. It really is uncanny. You're being used to you know, internal combustion engines. This is sort of like just makes a whir, a whine. But obviously here we are off-road now, tracks and trails, standing up really easily. The bike feels super light. I mean, literally it just feels like a big chunky mountain bike. Over all these bumps now, long travel suspension, feels like a trail bike, you know, really is good over here. Nice sort of thin tyre on the front, so it's very easy to manoeuvre. Good brakes. Got some sort of bumps and potholes here, look, easy, absolutely super easy to ride on this sort of stuff. You know, you're not going to bother anybody, there's no noise. Big bump there, look, easy. So this bike is really designed for you know, off-road tracks and trails, and it will do a lot more than just this. It will do jumps, all sorts of stuff. They've tested it and it's very good for all types of, you know, rough off-road stuff. Bumps here, look, again, absolutely super easy. You know, I'm not even scratching the surface really on what this bike's capable of off-road, but as you can see, absolutely no problem at all with off-road ability on this little bike, and there's plenty of power. Woo! When you open it up, it just goes. It's quite exciting. Anyway, let's take it on the open road and see how it fares there. So out on the open road on the Caofen F80. Woo! So obviously it gets up to speed pretty quickly. We're just gonna cruise gently along on it now. So the first thing you notice about this little bike is it's just so small and light. It feels like a chunky mountain bike really. Obviously you can get a lot of electric motorbikes that are full size, but this one is particularly small and light. Mirrors are okay. You can see about 50% of my elbows. Suspension feels pretty good. I mean, it's long travel, it's well damped, and over all these bumps down here it's very, very compliant. But we're just cruising along now, around about 50 miles an hour. There's a little bit of power left in it, but it is very uncanny with an electric motor. You know, all you get is just that whine from down below. No gears, no clutch, nothing, just twist and go. Brakes work well. I'll just slow this down a minute. I'll just show you how this thing picks up. So sort of full throttle, if you look at that speedo, it's pretty zippy for a little thing. But I think if you you know, lived in London or somewhere, some big city, I think an electric would be very, very convenient. You know, just twist and go. It's just very, very easy. The throttle is super light on this. It's not snatchy or anything like that. It's from low RPMs, low revs. Even if you sort of whack it open, it doesn't kind of lurch. They've obviously done something with the electronics to make it quite gentle at low RPMs. Well, I'll just sort of show you how an electric kind of picks up speed. So literally full throttle, and it's just instant torque, and it goes. So there you go, straight up to maximum speed in just a few seconds. So it's really quite impressive. That the torque is super impressive. But yeah, for just like a little bike to sort of use around town, green laning, just a bit of fun really. This is definitely worth getting a little go on. It's great fun. The riding position is obviously totally upright. It's kind of like a small adventure style off-road bike. Nice wide bars. Your controls couldn't be any more simple. Just try the full brakes out, front and rear. Yeah, no problem at all. And again, full throttle, and very quickly up to speed again. Right, let's take it round town, shall we? So we're just coming into town now, just trickling along about 30 miles an hour. As you would expect from an electric motor, it is 100% smooth. You know, it's quite uncanny actually. You know, you don't get any possible surging or hunting that you could get with a petrol motorcycle. So it's extremely upright riding position, tons of visibility, and the manoeuvrability of this little bike is insane. It's so light. Pretty good view behind. Just that pickup from sort of 30 opening it up. Ooh, it really does pick up well. So yeah, I think electrics are really good in like town environments, urban environments where you've got to do stop start. You don't have a clutch that has to engage, it's just motor goes, you go, it's just twist and go. It's very easy and efficient. You know, I guess at the moment there's not a whole lot of electric bikes on the market, but it's most likely going to be going that way in the future. So yeah, but there you go guys, the Caofen at low speeds is very, very suited. Throttle response is extremely mellow. I mean, it's got a lot of torque from low RPM, but with this relatively small electric bike, it's not going to catch you out too much with opening the throttle up in wet conditions. Its throttle response is very nice indeed. So Caofen F80 round town, absolutely fine. So a little bit more off-road. Quite a lot of rain recently, so this is going to be interesting down here. Standing up at the moment. Ooh, a bit muddy and slippery. Watch that torque. So standing up at the moment. Oh, it's well muddy. This is going to be fun. Suspension feels really soft and compliant. Oh, this is really bumpy down here. I must admit that because it's electric, it really does seem to suit like off-road, because it's just so smooth in the power delivery. You know, you don't have to worry about the clutch, just very gently feathering the power at the moment. It's not spinning the back wheel at all or anything like that. Oh, this is well muddy. All good, very nice. This is fun. There you go guys, off-roading on the Caofen. So this is more typical of a green lane that you'd get in the UK, and the little Caofen has handled it admirably well, so great stuff. Right, just come to a bit of a hill now. Let's see how the little Caofen does up this incline. So it's holding its own. It's doing around about, just holding about 50 miles an hour up here. No sign to it sort of slowing down. So it pulls well up the hills, definitely. So I've done about, on this battery so far, about 45 miles. I'm showing 35% battery left, so I'll make it home at about 60 miles, no problem. It really is good fun around these little twists. It's easily the lightest motorcycle I've ever ridden. Right, let's have a final walk round. It does feel weird though, because when it comes to a stop like now, it's just nothing. There's no sound now. So there we go guys, Caofen electric motorcycle, great fun. And then I mean that torque, you know, it's obviously, you know, just twist and away we're off. I'll show you that again. So twist and we're off. Great fun. Right, so a nice big decent side stand. and you know, it is unbelievably light. Literally just, you know, one finger you can just sort of push it around. So that's all good. Right, so there's the light. That's your daytime running light. That's your low beam and your high beam, and your little indicators. So surprisingly good tyres for the road. They don't feel vague, they feel really good actually. It's more of a dual purpose tyre really, but they are very good off-road. 19-inch front wheel, very skinny little 70 section there, but I still found it to handle pretty decently. I say magnesium frame casings here, that's lit up, it's quite a nice little touch. But you know, the general build quality looks decent on it. Suspension works well, very long travel, and the rear suspension's nice and, you know, compliant and plush, so no problems there. 840mm seat height, but I didn't have a problem getting my feet down at all, being 5'7". So, you know, with the supplied charger, it takes 3 hours, which is nice, you know, because if it was like 6-8 hours, it would be a bit of a bind, wouldn't it? But 3 hours isn't too bad from flat. All very simple switch gear. Nice little LCD display there. And I just, you know, it's just incredibly easy to push around. Fully adjustable front suspension for your compression and your rebound, and same on the rear. So there you are, guys. Caofen electric motorcycle. I know you're all going to have different views on these. You know, I presume, you know, it is going to be the future. I don't know, 30 years from now, it's all going to be electric, I presume. But who knows? Who knows? But anyway, it's a nice little alternative. It's great fun. I really do enjoy riding electrics. It's just that torque is so much fun. So please, as always, post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about electric motorcycles. It's quite a hot debate at the moment. Don't forget to give me a like, please. Please share this video around, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I'll catch you again in a week or so for another review. Take care, guys. Bye for now.